We're looking here at the angle of the arms to the golf shaft. The ideal angle is about 144 degrees. We're at 150 degrees here, which is pretty close. A couple of degrees of that even could be how I drew the lines, but it's pretty well on the setup. So what he's got himself in is it means that his spine is too upright for this particular setup. If he can get his spine tilted a little bit forward, get his butt up more, he's going to be in a better position. But this is a really good starting position, and if we can end up back at this position at impact, we're going to be in a good place. So let's just watch this swing. We'll watch it in slow motion from here and see what happens. A little bit of analysis while he's over the ball. Can you see that? He's obviously thinking here. This is actually moving right now, by the way. There we go, starting the club back. Now you see what he's done is he's kind of trapped the club a little bit. Good position right there. Now over the top. So he's up out of that position. So let's go back to a couple of key points. Right about here is where he's getting himself out of position. What he's got now is he's got the toe of the club pointing out in front of him instead of toe up. That means that he hasn't rotated his shoulders down. And again, what we want to have is the shoulder plane about this point. Whoops, wrong device. Let's undo that. Undo. Let's bring in a yellow line here. We want the shoulders to be parallel to that bottom blue line. And you can say he's well up and out of that position right there. So as he starts down, he can't go anywhere but on a line that's more parallel to his shoulders. At this point, too, we'd like to see the toe of the club a little more hanging down because this is allowing him to rotate. Now, what he's going to do there is he's going to take the club head, and instead of dropping it down behind him, which is the key here, we want to drop the club head down and around. He's going to go the other direction with that club head. He's going to go out in front of him again and get that club even more over the top, more parallel to the lead arm, less parallel to the trail arm. Now you can see he's coming up out of the shot quite a bit, and his hands are well outside the place he was at setup. So if you can't get back to where you started, it makes it real difficult. The other thing we're noticing is he's kind of stiffened up right here. He has no hip rotation at all. I don't see, until well after the ball struck, I don't get to see any pocket rotation at all. So what's happening is his shoulders are turning in front of the hips. On the way back, the shoulders turn first. On the way forward, the hips need to lead the swing. And he's not able to do that because he's in an awkward position right here. So we're going to work on the hip rotation on the way down, shoulder rotation on the way back. Ends up in a good balanced finish.